Hello you beautiful viewers and welcome back to Monster Camp. It's time to sneak in one last quick little romance ending before we begin the journey of Monster Prom 3 Monster Road Trip. But before we begin this semi-last adventure in Monster Camp, as there are still quite a few endings left to explore, so we'll come back to it another day, I need to make an announcement. As always, I like to be sure to give credit where credit is due, as it's only fair. As you know, Monster Road Trip drops today, and you know damn well I'll be playing it. What you don't know is I'll actually be streaming it today on Twitch at around 8 PM ADT. The link to my Twitch will be in the description. Also, editing self, please, if you'd be so kind, put up what that means for other time zones, 8 PM to ADT, just make sure everybody's up to date. Anyway, I want to shout out and of course thank Monster Prom and Disobey for being oh so kind for sending me a Steam key for the game. To be honest, I was already ready to pay, but getting the game for free and getting to enjoy, show off, and just cruise through Monster Road Trip effectively free? What can I say but thank you so much. And I hope you're all ready for a great road trip. But just... Jeez, I'm already butchering my own script. Honestly, it's not even scripted, I just made this up on the spot mostly. But anyway, I hope you're not ready... Who needs a script? I hope you're all ready for not just a simply great road trip, I hope you're ready for a simply beautiful Monster Road Trip. But anyway, let's get down to the action, shall we? Reason why we're here right now. We're going for one last ending for the moment with a character I am positive is in the game for Monster Road Trip. Ah, Camp Spooky, the stage of some of our dearest summers. Back then we were young and unafraid. With school far away, everything seemed possible as the sun embraced us on our way to camp. Summer has that distinct power, doesn't it? You live for the days while the nights inebriate you with possibilities. It's like life could take a turn at every corner. And for us, it did. Gotta go with my main man, Brian. Cause, come on, it's just me, folks.
Camp sounds like a lot of work.
Even the vibe is just me. So let's go with... So let's grab some marshmallows, the MC Griffin, and the world's smallest violin. I believe that'll do us. One might say that Monster Prom had hardened us on the highs and lows of love. But no, in love, we're always absolute beginners. And summer camp was no different. No one thought about it, but the idea of a summer love loomed over our heads. Close to the last day of camp, there was a meteor shower happening just 3 weeks away. Everyone knew that if you were into someone, you were going to watch that damn thing together. And so a silent yet powerful pressure invaded us. It was the Monster Prom all over again. Everything seemed uncertain. Everything but one thing. Whoever we were asking on a meteor shower date, it was probably going to be one of the 6 coolest people on that bus. Except it's not. We're not going for them. The bus trip was long and all summer could be shaped by the first step well taken. And so it was clear, it all came down to breaking the ice and causing a good first impression with the right person. Which one of these articles would you most want to read? Let's just go with Sequoias. There's our boy. I loved that article. Sequoia trees are endlessly fascinating, don't you agree? I absolutely love learning new things about plants. I am hoping that I will learn more about them while we are in summer camp. I long to be the one with nature, the wind in my Wi-Fi signal, the scent of the pine trees, completely ignored by my lack of nose. Ryan, since you are so also interested in flora, perhaps we could go on a hike together at camp. We only had 3 weeks left to woo our crushes and conquer their hearts. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. So to explain, we're actually not going for any of them, we're going for the Moss Man. So I will see you folks in just a moment. Hey, welcome back. What took you?
Favorite activity.
Seriously, you spent the whole day just waiting for me? I appreciate. Anyway, there's our boy.
Hi, Brian. Are you here to trust me with your juiciest secrets?
Well, not really. Mossman doesn't really have a good track record with keeping the secrets you tell him to yourself.
What? That's ridiculous. I kept my very existence a secret from humans for like ever.
Bullshit. You Google Mothman sightings and pull up at least half a dozen articles, complete with grainy photographs.
You can't prove that was me. Besides, I can't help it if this shitty disposable camera loves me. Can't you please spare nice semi-photogenic moth person his gossip? I promise I won't tell anyone that doesn't already deserve to know.
How can you say no to those adorable glowing red eyes? Fuck it, it's time for some gossip. Tempting, but we're gonna go parkour. And a sentient Polly Pocket. My lucky skunk tail. Ooh, someone we admire. Oh, I'm happy for that. Mossman.
Ah, that was some great gossip, Brian. You've done me a kindness today. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm to betray whatever promises I made to you and spread your gospel to the ends of the earth.
Your friends are all craving some wild, juicy gossip, and you're here to deliver. Your rumor is spread around camp in record time.
The weirdest thing.
Hey! Has anyone told you the latest detail on Brian yet? So you may have noticed how Brian is usually walking around with a lucky skunk tail and a chain tucked into his shirt. I've always thought of it was kind of just a gross fashion statement, but apparently there's more to it. According to what I've heard, the lucky skunk tail was actually stolen from Brian's good friend and mentor, Mossman, on their deathbed. The lucky skunk tail is actually imbued with Mossman's spirit and has lots of practical uses. For example, it smells disgusting and subtracts 1 AC to Brian's natural armor and gives him +4 to his parkour skills.
Believe it.
The lucky skunk tail is Brian's most prized possession. I've heard that it stays on during sex.
Stranger than
What do you think about that? I don't think I'm ever going to be able to look at Brian the same way again.
Brian's reputation will be the same again. He's about to lose -2 boldness. Bring out your flasks! Let's take a gamble. That weekend you feel like getting wasted, so you go visit none other than Juan.
Oh yeah. You know, when I started making actual drinks, I never thought people would actually come to drink them. But hey, who am I to judge? Anyway, take a look at this one. No idea if I got the recipe right. You wanna try it? Otherwise, you always have the mystery box.
Box, please.
Sangria. The mystery box still both of you. Over your rap, if with it, no refunds. Delicious sangria, a Mediterranean concoction with a lot of heart. If my calculation correct, this imbue you with the joie de vivre and the charm of the Mediterranean people.
I like straws.
Hey, charm is correct. You're hard to believe you drank that. Good luck, I guess.
Now, if we did this correctly, this should start the Mossman. I do hope so.
I just want to chill.
So... well... let's get a little fun. You want to go swimming, but it seems like the god of the lake is a bit in a mood today. It demands an offering before we can get in the water. The only thing you have to give is your favorite yo-yo, which you were playing with on the way here. The god of the lake accepts your humble gift, and is actually kind of relieved you didn't leave something boring like a dead fish or the soul of a mortal. So 2012. So in addition to gaining access to the lake, the god blesses you with +2 fun. Yay! You managed to extricate yourself from the situation just in time to nearby trip over Calculaster. He's crouched on the ground, intently studying his glass prison full of ants. Let me just check something. So I totally didn't screw it up and accidentally typed Mossman wrong. There's no way you can tell I did that. Alrighty. What do you mean my stats are different? You don't know what you're talking about.
Hello there, Brian. I have just heard the most interesting gossip. Would you like to hear it?
You could take it or leave it. You're really just here to relax by the fire.
I'll accept your silence as a yes. You'll never believe what I just heard. Our fellow campmate, Ravi Mishra, seemingly innocent and endearing, actually moonlights as a monster slayer. She slaughters monsters through the night, just for fun. What do you think of that?
You think no shit?
Oh, you think you could do better? Why don't you tell me what gossip you've learned in the past 24 hours if you're so good at it? Please?
Yeah, you figure this was all just a bait by Moss to get you to tell him some gossip. Luckily, you're not going to disappoint. Orchestrating a coup against a corrupt Kingo, solving global conjecture with an abacus, playing Beethoven's 5th Symphony on a kazoo, skateboarding down a sleeping dragon's back. Radical. A mosquito tattoo, strapless, backless, frontless dress, cowboy astronaut suit, and a Moss Man. Oh. M-A-N-N. Type in something that would 12-year-old make on their birthday. Make it plural.
Holy smokes, I never believe it, but this blows my Ravi Slayer revelation out of the water. I can't wait to tell everybody about the insane double lives people at Camp Spooky appear to be living.
Your friends circulate the gossip quickly, and within a minute someone approaches you.
Hey, have you heard about the time Brian competed in a beauty pageant last year? The competition was insane, and Brian wore his sexiest outfit, a cowboy astronaut suit. The judges were totally impressed. Brian advanced to the talent show next, where he showed off his skills by skateboarding down a sleeping dragon's back, backwards. The crowd went nuts. Then the final round, the judge asked every contestant the same question. If you became president, what would you give all the citizens to end income inequality? Some contestants promised money, others said they'd give away houses or vacations. But for some reason, Brian answered a lifetime supply of Moss Man. The judges loved that answer, and Brian took last place in the pageant. I'd bear that in mind if I were you, because all of them know a beauty pageant is the truest judge of a person's character.
Brian's reputation will never be the same. That rumor earns him +2 bold. Bring out your flasks! Let's take a gamble. The weekend arrives and it's time to visit Juan, the small magical Latino cat.
Look here, welcome to my bar. Really, I don't know who in their right mind would take such a risk. I guess you have more thirst than common sense. Anyway, check out this drink.
Ooh, the stat smoothie. Now that is a delight.
No idea if I got the recipe right. Want to try it? Otherwise, you always have the mystery box.
Never in your life. Give me that stat smoothie.
Yeah, totally. I was tasting your common sense. And you pass. Your prize is the drink you chose. I managed to distill the stats and make you us who we are. The result is the stat smoothie. It's a huge, delicious boost.
Now that's some stats.
Hope you can stomach that. Happy trails.
Alrighty. Let's go. Let's get a bit more creativity. That day in Monster Scouts, you make each other friendship bracelets. Each of the Monster Scout leader pairs you randomly with your friendship bracelet recipients. I guess so Larry the Lich doesn't feel left out for having no friends. You get paired with Larry, surprisingly, though he's a great conversationalist and makes you a super heartfelt bracelet and imbues with +2 creativity when you wear it. Larry sure is nice. Maybe there will come a day when he's cool enough to be your friend, or at least a romanceable summer fling option. But today is not that day.
Maybe in Monster Road Trip. You never know. I actually don't know.
You're taking a moment to relax on the ground, enjoying the good weather and the warmth and the sun shine on your face. Wait, where did the sun go? What just completely swallowed the sunlight? Oh, is this Mothman his fuck-normous wingspan blotting out the immediate light as he flew by? Cool.
Hello, Brian. You may remember me, your friend Mossman, from the campfire log where I trade gossip amongst our fellow campers, as though my life depended on it.
Yeah, I guess that really is the only place you ever see Moss. Running a room in the daylight is kinda weird. Like seeing a teacher at the supermarket. Super weird.
Well, it has come to my attention that you've been spreading a rumor about me, Moss Man, the gossip moth itself. Is that true?
Yes?
I see. Well, I just have one thing to say about you spreading lies and subterfuge about me. I love it! You see, my friend, I absolutely live for the drama of it. Nothing pleases me more than a ripe, juicy, spine-tingling line of gossip.
One day,
I have always wanted to be the subject of a rumor, but starting a rumor about yourself is the lamest thing a moth person could ever do. So you've made my dream come true, Brian, by doing it for me. I cannot thank you enough. Would you like 13 mothballs? A slightly chewed-on sweater? Or me?
Hey, the pleasure's all yours.
It's great to be friends with a fellow gossip connoisseur. I came to you because I have a proposal. We should work on crafting the ultimate rumor. With my established rumor mill and your compulsive lying skills, we could create the gossip to end all gossips. Not like literally though, if gossip totally disappeared, I would be devastated. And do you agree? Of course you agree, because I'm not giving you any choice.
Sounds about right for most of Monster Camp and Monster Prom.
The first major question is, what sort of gossip should this be? Gossip takes many forms, anything ranging from the humble anecdote to the urban legend. The best place to start would be with what sort of tone you'd like our gossip to have. Brian, what genre or genres should our gossip borrow from?
Since the dawn of time, our civilization has been excited at two things: laughing and fucking. Let's do a funny, sexy rumor. Or horror all the way. Why? 'Cause cryptid hot. Yeah. It's a good argument, actually. It's a good argument, but come on. It's Monster Prom. Funny, sexy rumor.
Yes, a classic. No rumor spreads faster than the age-old tale of who's boinking who and in what hilarious way. Now, if we look back through the gossip's history, especially the way it was permeated by our pop culture, we can mathematically craft the supreme humor sexual antidote. It starts with a meet cute. Maybe something in a coffee shop where we both order the same thing, and your hand grazes my giant wing as we both reach for the drink.
How would I'm not even gonna question that.
And then it naturally evolves into the same predictably funny pattern.
My apologies.
There's the dinner date, the hiding our relationship from our friends because we don't know where this is going yet, the inevitable betrayal. Oh yes, this will be the perfect opportunity to use my betrayal knife.
I'm sorry, what?
I've been saving it for a gossip-related emergency for almost a decade. We'll also need to incorporate at least 3 squirrels and 1 kilo of Mexican black tar heroin. No human sexual rumor is truly complete without heroin squirrels.
Yeah, no, that checks.
I'm so excited to embark on this journey with you, Brian. We'll discuss this further once I acquire the necessary materials. You get the squirrels, I'll call my heroin guy, and we'll meet back here soon.
And he's gone. I'm not quite sure what sort of rumor is going to involve sex, squirrels, heroin, and betrayal knives, but this is shaping up to be one of your most fun weekend ever. You cash in some favors, and with some squirrels, you know, they still owe you for the +2 smarts and +1 boldness you lent them.
Let's go take a nap.
More creativity. That day in Monster Scouts, you learn to identify different animal tracks. First you practice identifying bears and deer, but then you start having to identify way more specific tracks. You identify the tracks of a sculptor, half human, half sculptor. You follow the tracks until you find the legend beast. The sculptor teaches you how the basics of sculpture. You gain +2 creativity. You're whittling a little stick into a shank to fight off rabid wildlife and pushy cooking selling Monster Scouts when someone approaches you from behind.
Hey boo! How's the summer camp life treating ya? Making cute friends, doing some weird shit, horny as ever, huh?
Polly, aka one of the main protagonists of Monster Road Trip. Ladies and gentlemen, this ending was needed. Yep, Polly's got you pegged. In like the metaphorical sense, not the fun one. Not that fun.
Classic.
Nice. Good old Brian antics. Anyway, I'm here to deliver a message. That Mossman guy you're making a rumor with sent me down here to tell you he can't make it to your gossip brainstorming sesh today. Moss is like super sick. So sick I was the only one who could be around him in his tent earlier because I'm already dead. He got exposed to some kind of super poison ivy that's totally fatal if you even look at it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, holy shit. Every day is an adventure here at Camp Spooky. But he wanted to give me this copy of his will since he's, gonna die before you see him again.
Polly hands you a piece of paper. It reads, "My dear friend Brian, my last wish is that you will look upon my beautiful insectoid face one last time." But how the fuck could you, if Moss isn't here, unless...
Mossman.
Surprise! Did I fool you, Brian? I brainstormed that gossip all afternoon. The Pollygeist costume is a new concept I'm trying out. I disguise myself as a fellow campus in order to spread my own rumors more effectively. There is no need to rely on the grapevine to spread news if I am the grapevine.
Wow, Moss is really blurting the line between gossiping and identity theft. But you do illegal shit constantly to try and get laid, so you're in no place to judge. I mean... yeah, no, really, with all the stuff we've done in Monster Prom and Monster Camp. Yeah, no, we cannot judge.
But that's not the only reason I pulled this elaborate scheme. It will also give you an example of another very important aspect of the gossip we are brainstorming together, the twist. No gossip is truly complete without a twist. It's the climax of the story that subverts all your expectations and makes the anecdote worth repeating. We will work out the details of our twist later. For now, let us decide, should our gossip twist in a happy direction to lighten one's mood, or should it go in a dark place? Both types of twists have their merit. It's so difficult to choose. I'm leaving this up to you, Brian, my trusted confidant. Which should it be?
It's not your place to choose. You're just humble gossipers feeding monster kind your art, and people will feed on the misery of others. Life is shitty enough as it is. At least by gossiping, you can create something a bit more positive. Well, let them feed.
Yes, perhaps you're right, but I'm not sure if I like it yet. I'd like to test out your theory before we go around spreading doom and gloom. Bearney's room is broken instantly. By his magic little fishes grants his every wish, 'cause in reality he is a monster.
Had to give it a shot.
A good twist should be able to make any menial situation suddenly interesting. Like, for example, the fellow camper Chewy the Chupacabra sitting over there eating that banana.
But the twist you explain will be when Chewie realizes that isn't a banana at all, but a big handful of spiders.
Oh my god, you're right. I did not see that coming.
Neither did Chewie if those screams are anything to go on. They're the type of screams one can only produce after having accidentally eaten a handful of spiders.
Well, that twist could come from a story about, say, Damien LeVay making a flower crown at the Monster Scout HQ. Like he does every day when he thinks no one is watching.
Well, Damien's crown could spontaneously burst into flames. That's scientifically possible, maybe.
That's not very spicy. It's hardly a rumor that when Damien is around, things seem to catch fire.
But then once all the flowers burned away, Damien realized the flowers were full of non-flammable spiders.
The spiders were full fireproof? I've been twisted again. Fine, but how about these? Scott Owl eating breakfast this morning. I've got you now, Brian. How could that possibly become me entertainingly miserable?
Awesome, bro.
Yeah, nothing could make my breakfast miserable. Like Coach always says, breakfast is the quarterback of eating.
True, unless
It just so happens that when Scott reached for his favorite box of Scott snacks, breakfast edition, it turned out to be full of...
Let me guess. Spiders? You can't just be a one-trick pony, Brian.
Actually, we're gonna say full of pictures of Scott's parents who he's never even known. thus reminding him of his trauma at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Wow, I must admit that would be fairly miserable.
It sure would, bros. It's a good thing I had a whole narrative arc that resolved my abandonment issues and helped me come to terms with your parents not being a part of my life.
Monster Prom 1. I'm pretty sure it was in second term. It was a good ending.
I don't even think about it anymore, except for when I have dreams that I'm at a sports ball championship with no pants on and my dad is making out with the coach. But my cousin says that's normal. Sweet, sweet innocent Scott. How are you and Paula gonna survive a road trip?
That's interesting, Scott. Yes, this tragic twist has certainly made this conversation very interesting.
Worship the gossip.
Okay, Brian, you win. Our rumor shall have the most tragic twist in the gospel history.
Yes, it will, but not a good thing this outcome won't. You gain +2 fun and +1 smarts, the biggest twist of all. Well, we have to stick with our guns.
Marshmallows.
And our marshmallows.
Brian, I'm so glad you're here. I just heard the most astounding rumor. There is gossip going around that Camp Spooky is not a summer camp at all. It is merely a simulation of the dating variety, in fact.
Nah, it's crazy.
The reality that we can have to come to accept all is, in fact, a huge farce. I can't possibly wrap my head around it.
You saw that this fourth wall breaking shit did to your friends before. No one should fuck up. Shut up about the world being a lie long enough for you to get any action.
Please, Brian, tell me, do you think the tales are true? I cannot get out of my mind.
Shit, Moz is really starting to freak out. You need to distract him with the most bogglingly incredible gossip you can think of before it's too late. The souls of the great theocratic philosophers, the most exquisite perfume, homemade baloney, poor life choices. An uncomfortable degree of thirst, extra toned glutes, a serious case of the anime eyes, a breath that's beyond. Glutes. Most common condiment or seasoning you like. I'm quite sure this doesn't count, so let's go paprika.
Oh wow, that was such an engaging story. I completely forgot what we were talking about before. Wasn't important. Well, I suppose it don't matter now. I feel so much more relaxed for some reason. I could tell everyone what you said so they could feel relaxed too.
You spread your rumor like a predictable gossipy weave you are. Your equally predictable gossipy friends spread the rumor even further.
Ooh, I love her.
OMG. You're not gonna believe that what I just heard about Brian. Have you notice how he wakes up super early and disappears for hours before sunrise? I was just told the reason. Apparently Brian has a super eccentric morning routine. He follows the weirdest lifestyle blog and starts the day strong by eating an entire bowl full of the souls of the great God, I'm getting the wrong words. Pre-Socratic philosophers. The side effect of eating that kick-ass bowl is extra toned glutes. But you probably already noticed that is quite apparent by interacting with Brian during the day. But you never thought it was due to the fact that an unorthodox breakfast, did you? And that's not all. To get out the day, Brian styles his hair by using paprika as a holding gel. Listen, it smells good, and it holds my coif wonderfully. That's what gives that Brian's hair that unique texture that's such a house staple for him.
It's a secret.
Learning someone's morning routine really shows you how truly they are, huh? Yep, and that's why Brian will go do tomorrow after waking up is probably gaining +2 smarts, thanks to your gossiping skills. Bring out your flasks! Alright, let's take a gamble. Weekend arrives, and so it's time to visit Juan, the small magical Latino cat. Look here, welcome to my bar. Yeah, I know who in your right mind would take such a risk. I guess you have more trust than common sense. Anyway, check out this drink. Ooh. Very appealing, right? Don't know if I drink that, but the real question is, will you? I have to this mystery box, because at this point, who knows what you drink? Well, let's drink it. Yeah, I know I told you I was testing your common sense. And you passed, you'll probably use the drink you chose.
Sophie beats to the reaction cycle is a drink I crave for when I need to go on long hours of time magic. It was fermented with the entrancing embrace of lo-fi. Renders the power of lo-fi. Your praise!
I could use a drink.
This is the part where I leave before you puke all over me. Hi, cow.
I just want to chill.
Chill beats. Life is good. You spend the day learning new skills with the Monster Scouts in order to earn badges. You earn a badge for healing a wound at only using the bark of a tree. You earn a badge for writing poems in iambic pentameter. You earn a badge for building a blackberry using only real blackberries. Nice, completing all these unexpected and probably useless lessons earned you +2 creativity.
Good evening, fellow.
Greetings, Brian. Now that it is an evening, I am finally awake, and we can discuss the final details of our legend. Space, Dairy, Goss. I believe I've been braving up for our gossip distribution, and everyone on the gossip forums I follow is quite excited.
XOXO.
User XOXO Mospman tells us, what a thrilling conclusion to your fantastical story with Brian. We must know. I just got that message this morning. We cannot disappoint them, which brings us to the most important part of our gossip brainstorm of all.
The part where you and Mossman kiss?
No, not quite yet. First we must decide what is the purpose of our gossip.
Right, the purpose. Which is to kiss Moss.
No, God, Brian. I know this is dating sim, but we're trying to do something that isn't quite instinctually horny for a change.
But that's all I know, man. That's all I know.
Now, gossip's functionality tends to fall in two main camps, conveying a universal message or revealing why something is the way it is.
Really? What about the gossip about the Emily the Forest nymph's identity getting stolen when she was buying exotic sex toys from Thailand?
Yes, the lesson there is quite universal. Do not buy exotic sex toys from Thailand, lest your identity gets stolen.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Good point. But what about the gossip regarding the giant moose monster and his intense hatred for ketchup?
Tiny is Canadian, and this gossip explains that all Canadians seem to inexplicably hate ketchup as a result of the tragic tomato wars that have been ravaged Canada for centuries.
We don't talk about the TW. We don't talk about the TW. We don't talk about the GDW. And for God's sake, we don't talk about the Great Canadian Hockey Night in Canada Massacre of 1988. May the ice forever be clean, and may our sticks forever slap the puck. Okay, but what about...
Such an annoyance.
Look, Brian, can you just trust me on this? There are only two types of gossip functions. It's a binary, not a spectrum. So with that in mind, which function do you think our salacious gossip should take the form of?
If good gossip has taught me anything, it's that good gossip should always teach you something. Gossip should always explain why things are the way they are. It is how Monster Prom came to understand reality, by passing gossip across generations. Huh. Well, time to get existential.
Wow, Brian, that's pretty deep. You're absolutely correct, though. After all, gossip can trace its lineage back to the noble barbaric traditions of old, can it not?
Sure, why not? I really want to know about bars is that they supposedly fuck a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. And you're sold on that lifestyle.
Brian, you're an absolute genius. This revelation cements gossip's importance in modern-day history. No longer will I tolerate anti-gossipers saying that rumor spreading is childish conjecture. It is very lifeblood of this history. Why, there's countless examples like that saucy rumor regarding the god Zeus and those hundreds of men, women, and nymphs, goddesses, nieces, nephews, and the occasional swan. Hera was mad. All the shocking gossip strain I heard regarding Mary of Bethlehem. She claims she's a virgin, but then she has a kid out of nowhere. Strange stuff. What about the shocking tale all about that Hamilton guy and the affair he had with some other dude's wife?
It was all over the papers. Literally, because you told everybody. Why, that's a scandal so lecherous and mind-blowing, someone should write a song about it.
Someone did. But don't tell Moss, he thinks he's having an epiphany here, and is adorable to see him so excited. You can't wait for the rumor regarding Brian's masterful rumor-telling skills that was so advanced they got him +2 boldness and +1 fun right on the spot. It'll be a legend, space, dairy story. And now, we reach our end. Forget all them. We're going alone.
Okay.
You ask none of them because you are entranced by a certain bright light in the shape of a handsome moth.
Welcome to my little
Welcome, Brian. So pleased to meet you again. I've been so happy lately sharing such insightful discussions about gossip with you. I think we're both masters of gossip, capable of weaving the juiciest gossip ever. What? You? Me? The meteor shower? This is strange. I'd never imagined myself as someone destined to be in the limelight. I've always been more the type to keep the sidelines, gossiping about my popular peers, you know. But I think I could grow to be like this. I would very much like to go to the meteor shower with you.
Our flame burns bright.
Aww. You go to the meteor shower together and oh my. That's a night to remember. And a night that is retold many a time. You gaze at the stars and discuss life and love and your fears and dreams. And then you also have wild oral sex. Just absolutely nuts. Like, really wild. To put the cherry on top, you decide to go skinny dipping on the lake right after. But alas, you drown! Literally, you drown as in you die. The police search for your bodies, but they never find them. So the mysterious discovery is made. There's coral in the depths of the lake. How can coral grow in freshwater? No one knows. That story of sex, mysteries, and death is why today the Camp Spooky Lake is known as the Oral Reef. God, that one hurt. But there we are, all you beautiful viewers. One last ending. Before we do Monster Prom Road Trip. Or Monster Prom 3 Monster Road Trip. Today. And time for my favorite part. Before we knew it, those weeks were gone. It felt like a hot minute, and it felt like an entire lifetime. That night, as we saw summer coming to an end, we all wondered what would come next for us, and felt like the end of something big. Little did we know life had many wonders and misadventures in store for us. Now I'm older and I can see it, how those years became the foundation of the mythology of our lives. Broken hearts turned tragedies sung for centuries. Wild nights became epics treasured forever. Every kiss and every laugh is now a constellation we'll always find while gazing into the starry sky, no matter how many years go by. Even today, I can still close my eyes and I'm there, on that last summer night, feeling like I was just starting to live life. With all my friends around that campfire, so young and unafraid, and so ready to start. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I will be streaming Monster Prom 3 Monster Road Trip today, 8 p.m. ADT, or around there. Link to my Twitch shall be in the description in the below. Thank you so much for watching. Seriously. As well as thank you to Monster Prom and Disobey for giving me that Steam key. Again, I was gonna buy it, but hey. Talk about Monster Prom, promote it, and get to experience Monster Road Trip. Done deal. But it's enough of my blabbing. I've got to get ending this thing. So anyway, stay beautiful, people. Catch you next time on another episode or another adventure. And I'll see you in Monster Road Trip. Bye-bye.